Jess here. Are you ready to strap on your Moogle ears and break out the chocobos? Final Fantasy XIII has finally landed, bestowing fans with awesome cutscenes and fancy haircuts. However, get ready for a challenge. This Final Fantasy has one of the most complicated and interesting battle systems we've seen yet. Even Final Fantasy veterans will need some help with this one, so let the folks at IGN teach you the basics of combat. One of the most useful things to learn is how to chain attacks. If you look at the top right corner of the screen, you'll see two percentages and a gauge that slowly fills up as you attack the target. A constant string of attacks will cause the first percentage number to go up, which also increases the amount of damage you're doing. If that percentage increases enough to match the second percentage, then an enemy will be staggered. If you do this as much as possible, you'll be able to do a ton of extra damage to a staggered opponent. The second key to combat has to do with the paradigm system, a system that's only unlocked after a few hours of play. Simply put, each character can fight in one of 6 different roles. Each role can use different abilities, and you can switch roles at any time during a battle. Each role also has its own strengths, so let's quickly go over them. The Ravager gets access to a lot of different elemental magic and physical attacks. Because of this, they are awesome at building up the chain gauge and staggering an opponent. Use the Libra technique to learn an enemy's elemental weakness, and then respond with the right magical attack. Libra is key here. A computer-controlled Ravager will automatically choose the correct magic spell if you already Libra scanned a monster. Thankfully, you only need to successfully scan a monster once during the game. You'll retain that info forever and ever. The Commando is what you'll use to deal out massive damage via physical attacks and non-elemental magic. They are not the best at increasing the chain gauge, but their attacks slow the rate at which the gauge decreases. In other words, Commandos work really well once an enemy is already staggered. The Medic is self-explanatory. They're just the healers of the bunch, so once you've done your healing business, switch back to a different role. Computer-controlled medics will always do things in a specific priority. They will first heal characters who are in the yellow or red. After that, they will raise KO'd party members and cure status ailments. Also note that Final Fantasy XIII differs from past games, as your entire party is automatically healed after every battle. The Sentinel are the tanks of the bunch. They should immediately cast Provoke if an enemy is staggered. This will increase the duration of the stagger as long as you stay a Sentinel. Unfortunately, provoking enemies will cause them to focus exclusively on you. Use a lot of guard abilities so you don't end up dead. The Synergist is the person who will buff up your party. They can cast magic that will increase your party's damage, speed, defense, and resistance to status effects. They should be used at the start of a battle and then again when the effects wear off. Like Ravagers, computer-controlled Synergists will make decisions based on info you get from Libra scans. Finally, Saboteurs are like inverse Synergists. Instead of buffing up your party, they tear down an enemy's defenses. If an enemy is casting helpful spells on itself, switch to a Saboteur to cancel them out. Once again, this info comes from enemy intel and Libra scans. So don't forget the tip of the day, Libra, Libra, Libra. That's all for chaining attacks and paradigm rolls. Be sure to come back next week when we go even deeper into the battle system. We'll show you how to combine different character roles and look fabulous while doing it. Oh, who am I kidding? Final Fantasy characters always look fabulous. It's actually a little insulting. For more tips, tricks, and fancy haircuts, head on over to IGN.com.